Because but you have to go through those towns.
Okay,
that's very interesting.
Inti Edumfa
yes, Edumfa
Asebu
in the district capital.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's interesting. Wow.
I think I
don't have to mess it up again. Yeah, I get you. I don't have to mess that up again. But again, that criticism, it comes quite often.
You see, Obi, again,
200 people dying of cholera.
Again, Obi, I don't know, is that a response for President Akufo-Addo failure to live up to expectation? To begin with, so analysis. You don't use
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
Cholera outbreak, almost yearly occurrence for Ghana. In 2014, there was a spike. It should tell you immediately. Said it is an outlier. A year and the following year, I called 300 deaths, and at the final year, I called 500. I said, then there's a clear case of incompetence and inability on the part of government to deal with it. But when you one-off incident, you never make an argument with it. It is not a sustainable argument. No does not mean say omampeni mama anya niema na ye kan. It also mean you compare like with like. So what must say? Cholera is almost endemic. It is born out of conditions a team the same way as CSM.
Yes.
Once it is restricted to a certain location. Once in a while, it may descend from Kakra, but it is normally within the northern sector of this country. This is a endemic or I feel say Kunipa 40. But it has killed 40 people. But there is a test of another disease, and if you are no neighbor, no mampeni mama, ye o mampeni, or so no amagana. When him say onupo de once na Ghana can also know, he actually was proactive to kwa manya na saya any BSC to assist to the efforts. Once he said the best way of defending is to attack. He was even proactive to go and assist countries. Not some countries now they were being shunned. President Mama to rally international support.
But Ebola was not a global pandemic.
But it was an epidemic. No, West Africa. It was even closer. Pandemic. You need to say if you are on a neighbor, if you are with neighbor.
Yes.
So, but where they are not
too much.
No. But the issue is
fast than Ebola.
But Obia and then say Ebibremu here, Ebibremu atoye mantem here. Na onya yare. The likelihood say beba ha no higher because share borders, very porous borders. Even the man in the crano, I'm not for to me film. Then they are unauthorized entry rules be different to be without we. But it is because of the proactive steps. Any society here and ya inti and a biamba. So what person compare say Omampeni be a modern most or boy.
I don't think you are saying, sir, if Mahama should have been president now, Anka your friend is saying
hypothetical. I can only assess him on the basis of the sea.
No, but there only is an assessment, you know. And yet it is not a global pandemic. It cannot be compared to Ebola.
It is more comparable to Ebola to COVID than cholera. So that must because of the nature of the spread.
The thing about cholera is it is preventable. It should not happen.
It is not just
that in 21st century cholera will kill 200 of your citizens.
It is not just a thing.
It's embarrassing.
I'm just saying it is not just a thing. It is caused by contamination actually. So that contamination. There are some issues that I may not want to discuss on air in relation to that year because it may create panic. When we go off air, I will take you into confidence. But the significant point they say after that year, what happens subsequently? That is where you assess a government and a leader's impact. You said, okay, then he has learned the lesson and taken the steps. But there's another disease. It has similar dimensions as COVID. International, if you are on a neighbor, and you wouldn't say Ebola is far more dangerous than COVID. In terms of mortality rate, it's about 70%. 7 out of 10 people with Ebola no move.
But it doesn't spread like COVID.
Yes, but it is nonetheless extremely dangerous. To some extent, the COVID is not as dangerous, even though expedited. Mortality rate no from I'm saying higher about 1.5% mortality rate also. So it tells you say in terms of 2 years, the young who are say Ebola bagana, but it did not come here because specific steps were taken. Inti say Omampeni Akufo-Addo, ne modern monu tosini ewo apomudemeshe ho. The defense of that is not that there was cholera. Omampeni Mahama, the record and achievements. The fact that cholera does not mean that he did not achieve those things. It's before we raise this argument, and I'm going to say again, they engage in sophistry. too much sophistry. Argument in this one, you would think say about women, so maybe not bending. What is the nexus between cholera and COVID-19? In any event, COVID-19, you have 67-day window. Eventually, when the first 2 cases were confirmed, I said, for 3 months and now 2.5 months, what did we do to ensure say Emma? Assuming say now you name say you do also. You tell us about China, about Italy, about other Africa. What did we do?
Is there a country why you be to prevent COVID from not entering?
But you see, what event saying?
What much could you have done?
Listen. Mm-hmm. What was the mode of offensing infection in Ghana? If you are on the buy,
yes.
Why was it that at some point the borders were closed so that it be medium? Why couldn't it have been done earlier? What is see?
You don't just close your borders.
But why? So why did we close the borders?
Because at the time, it was convenient to do it because not all other countries are closing your borders.
Who says that?
When countries
the first country told the border.
Yes.
What did you base the decision on? To stop the spread, especially when you had sufficient time to see other countries. It was spreading. President Akufo-Addo can be criticized. Say why yes winning them. It is a valid criticism. So that's what I'm making say. So President Akufo-Addo must take responsibility for his own failings and acts of omission and commission. You can always say perhaps next time we will learn and
lessons
do better
from that.
But let nobody come and tell me say because cholera by President Akufo-Addo should be absorbed.
But you agree, say as a member of that government,
and I'm telling you,
for cholera to have killed 200 people was an embarrassment.
Obi, I'm telling you, there's a reason for that. So there's a reason for what happened. A outlier. There has to be an outlier. It is not the normal course of things. And it says CSM. CSM has been with us for 2 decades, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. It's
not embarrassing say nipa 40 when we know say this is a by a certain time. But Abba under President Akufo-Addo. So is it embarrassing for President Akufo-Addo or not? 40 deaths, something that we know comes. And you see, cholera baby sometimes. Because if you are working, it can happen anywhere. In the case of CSM, we know that it is restricted to a particular location at a particular time in the year. And yet it has killed 40 people. I don't know, but you can't do that kind of you can't compare CSM to COVID because they are 2 different things. So that's what I'm making us say. In the case of COVID, we had opportunities to act because we had a 67-day window. First case is China. It took 67 days for you to come here. And there's every indication say if you're in the buy, you can stop people from coming into your country if you are serious about preventing the outbreak of a disease in your country. 1 year or at a certain time when people from those countries have been allowed to come in. So you can criticize him, say he could have done it earlier.
The challenge with that analysis, and it's if there were some countries taking proactive steps to have stopped it. There's no country.
As a man working, you're telling me, say,
yes.
What you feel?
Yes.
Your neighbor, they're about 10 houses away from Egato.
Yes.
Egato, what to say? I bet the 9th house, the 8th house. They do 7th house. When you've been working, say you must take steps to prevent yours. And say you don't do it. They do 2nd house. I'll see you. The 3rd house only did not take any measure. What kind of argument is that? Me say a valid criticism, but you can say at this point it may not be necessary to go into those discussions. But if you are making the argument of cholera, you can say in the case of President Akufo-Addo, he was forewarned. Now the signs were on the wall. Say, but why? A day before, a reveal says, did he not address the country and tell us he was taking measures to protect us? Other than if you not buy or call airports to go and check if we were in a state of readiness. Because when them say you can stop the thing from coming into your country. So once I didn't fail here by any idea, he can be criticized.
Felix, my main kind messages can be real. The Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia post or about Workers' Day.
Sure.
Now, no area, sorry, so but there are loads of messages here. Let me deal with some of them. Nothing. Yemra, Dr. Bawumia, 7 way. So, Obi,
if constituent girlfriend Nyamiye.
Nyamiye, okay.
Ofimori.
Okay.
I say men can show say Bomodia na say kedi no besua.
Mesua.
Next time
I think for the no problem ebeboa me. No ebeboa. Asebu kwamankese. Okay, I should try and do.
Nyamiye se ni anye ho kra.
Nyamiye facha me we dey me I'm apologizing on my own behalf. In Sibiu that I can assure you. But I think I had a similar issue with hopes and adoye. Na me boko catalogue oh yeah, I get you. I'll make sure and I'll remember. Wait, so Obi, if Honorable Felix thinks the former President Mahama did very well in all the sectors than any president in the Fourth Republic, then why did the people of Ghana vote him out? Raouf Nana Kwame ewo ablekoma afuaman, and that point, and so I think it's come once say. Okay, you tout the infrastructural development, but Ghana folk has said that be into your motuaba. Edit here.
Ghana folk create and Omobo President Akufo-Addo which is on year yes or year in terms of health infrastructure. Mr. Wu, Ejuma ye nyina china mampani mama edi nkugua. Of course, there are lessons we should learn. And then now mampani mama because I said he's learned lessons, so he will do much better than he did. So you can imagine the fate of Ubia on the morning so mampani mama put here. It's before sometimes when they speak, they don't consider what they are saying. You are saying, say, okay, you do more and he lost. It's what 1 year, what will happen to you?
But that is when you think, say, the only thing development, infrastructure.
But I'm telling you also that
you say, oh my other
what argument? Where are those or how kakrano?
Yes.
Where are those interventions now? Today, what is the most relevant issue in Ghana? They simply did not build a system. The Oma Yana say, you feel be consumption related expenditure.
Ekosiisen On Asempa
populist. But it does not build a system and a nation. Inti obi eyare na okwaya asabia na kasa mpeni wonti onko fie no nko wu a ususu se nebusu aforo mani beje won se wo yes a so atmasi so sa asem na omoka no ento aso mu kire say you cannot tell me say the man did well and he lost into it is great. So consider what will happen to you who has not done well. Anything I'm going to say sector by sector no, they have underperformed compared to the NDC, especially when you relate it to Sika Omenya to act. And we will go into a campaign. So all these issues will come up for discussion. So the people of Ghana will agree with the NDC position. So we were a much better option. And now finally, nobody bargained for Sadio. Send will be a name some Mampina Akufo-Addo. Me assure say if he had become president and come no me JB Dankano, the greatest president Ghana never had. The greatest president Ghana never. Sanan come back actually. And not by a president. We know say even basic promises he cannot keep them. Say he will build a dam in every village. He will build a factory in each district. He will give $1 million to every constituency. He has given only 1 year's allocation out of 4. And what shall say here? It is most likely say
Asempa FM.
So Obia, and let me put it on record. I'm sure says about Dr. Barnard and Abeka said they have 4 promises. We have done an analysis of the MPP manifestos. So far, we have counted 636 promises
in the manifesto.
Yes, and Chebia, I'm saying COVID in a between try and name but Marashemo said you and we will disclose those details, and you will see just how poor they have been.
Really?
And how
you didn't get 78%?
Massa, they didn't even get 40%.
Ah!
Oh, Massa. When we come to winner, when we come to your friend saying the fulfillment of
yes. Okay, I'll come there. We say teacher constitution where we are more. So if you leave former President Mahama alone, he would even tell Ghanaians that he built Kolebu and Komfo-Anokye teaching hospital. Somebody should tell him that Ghanaians voted against him because he was not competent enough to manage the affairs of our country. We say good evening, Obi. I am Sir Roland from Suhum. Frankly, 1D1F is in limbo. One village, one dam, two same. How is Nana going to build 88 hospitals within the shortest possible time? That's the question he puts across. Obi, Honorable Felix has impressed me with his analysis. But the question is, are they worried about the track record of President Akufo-Addo? Obi, is he there to discuss President Mahama's speech? Absolutely. That's exactly why he's here. Senior Obi, special good evening to you. God bless His Excellency Nana-Addo and his able ministers. 88 hospitals are achievable under His Excellency Nana-Addo if free SHS was achieved. Greetings to Honorable Eugene Saki, DCE, at Daiso, Upper West Akim, Chairman Jeff, and the way Upper. Way Efri Napo Junior, so Kumasi, War Asempa FM, still leading, others following. I like the way the Ashanti Regional Minister, Honorable Simon Osei Mensah, Kumasi City Mayor, and the testing team are managing things here. Okay, regards to Dr. Kingsley Nyako, Nana Ama Ampoma, and a conversant PRO of the Ministry of Education. Kwabena Jesse Brimpong from West Hills Wager says, Obi, it is quite interesting how Honorable Felix Kwachiofosu says MPS is a public project, regardless of the private investment. It is, okay, also it is, but it is failing, but he is failing to admit that 1D1F are also government projects because it has a private component. Again, it is amazing why the NDC and former President Mahama are crying foul about the use of stabilization or heritage fund, but calls for the use of SNIT. Why do I sense too much double standards here? That's Kwabena Jesse with this. Obi, please, if the president says he would build 88 district hospitals within a year, it is possible. Free SHS has been executed. What is impossible to an optimistic president? Koulibaly ewo Agona Swedru. OPK will go so. Or say Felix should stop the propaganda because the messageless NDC and their leader Mahama would then collapse all sectors of the economy for 8 years. And the economic indicators have proved that visionary and competent Nanado is on track with the economy. So never again NDC. We say, what does Honorable Felix mean? Okay, I think I've dealt with this one already. What he telling us? So now he wants to tell Ghanaians, okay, that we Ghanaians started falling sick under ex-President Mahama. He should give us a break with his invincible Green Book achievement.
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
Obi, ask the Honorable Kwachiofosu upon all what they are claiming to have done at the end of 2016. What was the verdict of Ghanaians? Francis Boedu Edie Eni. This one says, hey, Mr. Felix, so are you saying former President Atamils has nothing to, I think he's dealt with that already. Seth Ewo Zenu in a Shaiman. And anyway, Abba Obi, Honorable Kwachiofosu keeps referring to former President Rawlings and Kofo, forgetting that those presidents had ruled for 8 years. Obi, why would Felix not talk about the $6 million research money, but rather talk about the standby generator? Again, Felix mentioned Uncle Kweku Baku's name. Can we please hear from him, that's Uncle Kweku Baku as well, about this issue, the NDC machinery at work? Alexander from Awushi. And anyway, let me see the other messages we have here. Please tell Honorable Ofosu Kwache, for me, as Akofo-Addo, not Akofo-Addo, and also describing James as former President Mahama, not President Mahama. Okay, thank you. I don't really get your message, but you can resend that. Let me see. There are other ones here. Nafe, Yintumi, and Twaso. Obi, it is sad that the Security Council guy cannot own up to its failure. The Security Council should have been pragmatic enough to have written to the traditional council advising them on how to carry themselves. Okay, I believe this one is to Miracle Sabuaje, the MC for Ekwiapim North. Ma menshana Mentwaso. Obi, good evening. Felix is just talking. How on earth can you compare Ebola to COVID-19? Former President Mahama and his NDC are struggling to remain relevant. Greetings to the best MP ever, Honorable Ebenezer Nina Nate, Fieron from Mataheko, and Ediwe Abrey. This one says, good afternoon, Obi. I am Eben from Kwabenya Welder Junction. Let me applaud Felix for the good submissions done. I know and believe the second coming of John Mahama will be superb and will take Ghana to the promised land. Indeed, John Mahama and the NDC have the capable men, not what we are seeing under President Akufo-Addo. Once again, kudos Felix. Regards to Elik Plim Akurugu for Dome Kwabenya constituency. This one says, Osaje from Nkrumah was violently overthrown, meaning he didn't achieve anything for Ghanaians. Imagine Ghana without Akosombo Dam. Enjoy the holiday, my brother. Even the Jews chose Barabbas over Jesus. Lawyer Ejudi Tamaklo. Nediwe Abba. Obi, are they not the same people saying we should bring Ghanaians? Okay, are they not the same people who said we should bring the Ghanaians in China back to Ghana, and today they are saying we should have closed our borders? Which airport will those Ghanaians have?
Mr. I think that is important. You see, again, MPP for this sophistry. Okay? Ghana, as a country, we have a duty to all our citizens. It is a your man for be a quatre and so I just have responsibility to go to their aid. It is a Yariaba. Nases, Tibio woman or Mwa. She see a hookine, see a beba. In any event, I bring any CIC for Mumba because they will bring COVID. And let me put it on record. Ghana need being COVID. At least Omo students and now come once or being COVID. 2, we were allowing Chinese people to come into Ghana. And not COVID never. 3, COVID by ye. COVID or Ghana. Yet British, South African, American citizens have been evacuated to their country. Those are responsible countries. Well, they recognize say what your mind by now who could DM your baby. I see a baby. In the every argument, no, they simply did not have the capacity and means to do it. That is all. And yes, so they should stop this defense.
Until El said, what is Felix saying? How can the president do whatsoever? The president is currently paying all the debt they took for their so-called project. There are other ones.
The president is not paying for any debt.
Wait, sir. Obi, good afternoon. You see the reason why former President Rawlings will not be part of the NDC family again because of... okay, those are not very necessary, Mr. President in Denmark. Thank you. Wait, sir. It is an undeniable fact that JM are the healthcare and infrastructure not only in the Fourth Republic, but also in Ghana's, okay, on Ofi say JM in terms of healthcare infrastructure, he's uncomparable in Ghana's history.
We can also laud President Kufuor. He also did quite some good work. But okay. JM trumps him. The least achievement, the other one is not in dispute.
In case Abdul Malik Kwekubakwe is listening, I want to reiterate that JM, you built the Bank of Ghana Hospital and Ghana Maritime Hospital. This has positioned Ghana very well to handle COVID-19. And without these, we would have been licking our wounds. Unfortunately, Nipana and Fanny Dean and Kahon. But let me come back to Vice President Bawumia.
Sure.
And in a post 4 hours ago, I say, on this Workers' Day, I would like to salute Ghana's #1 worker, His Excellency President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, for his hard work and what he has done for Ghanaian workers after 3 years in office. The suffering of our workers has been reduced by your policies, which include 1, creation of over 350,000 jobs in the public sector alone and much more in the private sector. 2, reduction in the cost of electricity compared with a 45% annual average increase between 2013 and 2016. 3, in the midst of COVID-19, free electricity for lifeline consumers, 50% reduction for all others for the month of April, May, and June 2020. 4, in the midst of COVID-19, free water to all Ghanaians for the month of April, May, and June. 5, abolished the payment of utility bills by students. 6, restoration of macroeconomic stability. Inflation down, growth up, interest rates down, exchange rate depreciation down. 7, domestic production and supply of personal protective equipment for our health workers. 8, reduction and abolition of 15 taxes. 10, planting for food and jobs, subsidized fertilizer, seeds and extension services to farmers. 11, restoring the cancelled teacher training allowances. 12, restoring the cancelled nursing training allowances. 13, restoring cancelled allowances to Arabic instructors. 14, increasing the peacekeeping allowances of the military and police from $31 to $35 per day. 15. Paying arrears of teachers who were paid only 3 months' salary for over 2 years of work. 16. Doubling the capitation grant. 17. Absorbing the cost of WASI registration. 18. Major increase in scholarship awards to students by the Scholarship Secretariat. 19. Increased efficiency of government service delivery through the digitization of government services such as passport application, DVLA, Registrar General, NHIS renewal, ECG power purchases, etc. 20. Protecting the deposit of millions of over 14 million Ghanaians by saving the banking system from collapse. 21. Saving the NHIS from collapse through a drastic reduction in the outstanding arrears to service providers. 22. Massive payment of arrears to road contractors. 23. Over 600 vehicles and 3 helicopters, other equipment for the Ghana Police Service. 24. One district, one factory on course. 25. Revival of Anglo Gold Ashanti. 26. Revival of Ghana Publishing Company. 27. Revival of Ghana Post. 28. Revival of our railways. 29. National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Program, NEIP. 30. One village, one dam on course. 31. One constituency, one ambulance. 32. Emergency medical deliveries through drones, the largest such program in the whole world. 33. Nation Builders Call, 100,000 graduate employed. 34. Absorbing the fees of postgraduate medical training. 35. Restoring research allowances in tertiary institutions. 36. Employing persons with disabilities to man 50% of our toll booths. 37. Implementation of free senior high school education. AICO, Mr. President, we thank God for you, and AICO to all Ghanaian workers. And specifically, what he thinks our policies are being rolling out to aid and help and cushion Ghanaian workers. Fact, no?
Fiction.
Fiction?
It be absolutely ridiculous. My mention is here. NEIP. You just renaming of the NEIP. Yes, that's all. How is that a serious achievement? You are coming to tout it as something that has transformed our country. At the end of the yes, youth enterprise support, our Mampini Mama established it. It was one of his campaign promises.
Yes.
And I know that because during the manifesto setup, it was some of us, the young
Asempa
people, who approached the president and said, you should consider that. You come and name it NEIP, and you are putting it in the list of major achievements of a president. That's why I'm saying that it's ridiculous. And also, I have already dismissed the bit about railways. Work or repair. Your friend say, your friend was simple.
Okay, Takwa.
No. I'm talking about the train station.
Okay. Location.
Now, work at railway school. You have not transformed.
But see a train called Takwa.
Oh, massa. They just removed your fence and then they polished it and put it back. And a new rail track. I have told you that the biggest projects there are the legacy of President Mahama. In fact, Omo Beshe Ebo said they will do a railway track from Accra to Paga. If they achieve that, and you and I know, say in the 6 months, they are not achieving that, then we have something to talk about. But if your achievements are less than NIPA, we'll be replacing it. You cannot tell me, say, it is a significant achievement. With a greater respect to the Vice President, it is ridiculous. And also, he is still repeating one district, one factory. Obi can say, why do I have a problem with it? Now, I didn't acknowledge private sector participation.
Yes.
In their manifesto, Omoka said they will partner the private sector. So I don't have a difficulty. It is a buying any wo or say bunsu. You partner and set up a $10 million factory.
Yes.
Our acknowledge. In fact, I will give full credit to the president.
But that's what they are doing.
They've not done more than 20 of those things. They promised 216. And you see, the reason why I insist, and they say, when that promise came up, there was a debate. So, okay. We said, look, this thing that you are saying is not properly thought through as usual. Send them down. Almost the map, said this is what they would do. So, check that map and compare it to the Omo Kasoma. They've not done 20 factories from scratch. What they have done is that there are existing factories. May catch us, there is an instance. They gave somebody a $15,000 tax waiver. That is all the support. $50,000 DC factory.
Because government support.
Seriously, who can industrialization? Who will be tax waiver of $15,000? You've built a factory. Can you count it as an achievement? Meanwhile, we give Sebi, Omampeni Akufo-Addo Nakonta, Dr. Nyantechi. So we need $24 million tax waiver. Maybe they should count it as part of the achievement. But I'm say a private hotel. Maybe what? Kasapreko factory, we see now. What they will be called house we see your fencing ever pure for they've been doing pure water in this country forever. Kasapreko share you must hear.
No, but you understand what they sought to do with that.
So why don't you state what they told us? They said they will establish factories.
Yes.
In order to improve the spatial spread.
Yes.
It is in their manifesto. They have not done that.
No, but if there are already existing factories, now say factories per se ABR or more expanded with a new wing. Now say wing now buying what's wrong with that?
Almost say they will establish that is the word. Factories. We gave stimulus to existing factories to expand their production lines. Private companies. Yes, sir. We did it. There are government agencies or they facilitate the establishment of factories. GIPC does it, free zones does it. And yet before from. But this was a specific promise in relation to establishing factories. You can't come and give somebody a $15,000 tax waiver and tell me it's a waste factory. It is not an achievement.
But what facilitates a Nipanese factory?
It is something
in collaboration with the private sector.
It is not building a factory. You cannot, you see, we have to be very specific in these things because a nipa na ye be pese ye be di omoso. Nti ase ye di obuo eni eni di nipa ye di omoso. You don't lie to people. What you me kan tell me say obi esi ni factory a wo do ho akobata no no. You did not contribute to the establishment of the factory from scratch. A confid use factory no can it is acceptable because from scratch.
Ekosiisen On Asempa.
Yeah, but the government must support in similar.
So what kind of support are you talking about? What kind of support? Is it equivalent to yen 50 million Ghana cedis? Tobinco farmers in next campus no Adams no one. We've done that before. You won't be that stimulus. You won't be that. In fact, MBSSI they do it all the time. They give it to small scale businesses. Ministry of Trade, almost trade facilitation unit. They do these things all the time. Free zones here, GIPC here. So if we are going to establish 216 factories, what we expect to see is we will see factory in conjunction with the private sector in 216 districts. After boss I will say you will do specific things there, no. What they told map so better we must see it. And also me no, almost promise say 1 million per constituency. Until we expect $4 million for each of the 275 million constituencies. It is only 1 year's allocation on my year. And no crane yet ni na no de call. 2017 nothing went. 2018 nothing went. This year it is most likely say because of the difficulties we have. So 1 year out of 4 years is not an achievement. Now let me come to the issue of the economy. Macroeconomic indicators. Let me can't catch on the first round. Say as for that, it was predicted long before they came because the factors that led to it were in place.
So you will not give them credit.
It is not exceptional credit behind that one here. Especially when you've seen you won't be that. After so many can say in your final year, all that thing is going south. The prediction no is that we will grow at 1.5%. Yami any one for fear will grow negative 1%. If I recession,
all because
never. 2. Debt to GDP ratio will go above 70. In fact, there are some analysis that say about 76%. Borrowing is a conscious decision that you make. Almost better at 55.6%. 70% cannot be better than 56% in terms of debt to GDP ratio analysis. Last time, Samir about me and me say who claim say their borrowing is better. Regrettably, for the first time, I'm saying it escaped you, so he didn't challenge her. She knew what she was saying was not true. And now said the briefing she got, she perhaps did not appreciate it. It was an absolute untruth. And you know, say, if your debt to GDP ratio is 70%, even time workers are 62%, it cannot be better than 55.6% in 2016. So, on what basis are they claiming macroeconomic indicators? When this economy assessed in December 2017, these are the things we are going to face. Indeed, there is an indication that there will be slippages with the budget deficit. On the 6.3, if they go beyond that, they have not achieved macroeconomic stability. And indeed, what it simply means, they say the same problems are all other governments face, no more facing. And that it means that they have not been.
No government in our history has
they have not faced
COVID-19.
But I'm telling you, the fallouts from COVID are not new. Revenue losses. Sika Emma.
Revenue losses at what level? At what magnitude?
What magnitude are they talking about? Sisiano, COVID has lasted for about
international trade
for a month. For a month.
Yes.
When COVID was trade will resume. Me no can say some activities have started. Businesses are operating. Meboa. Now make us a revenue shortfalls there. You won't be that. Why year a whole shortfall aba and abaya semi. You won't be that. We yampo now you one oil field pay. Almost the women 3 oil fields. They've had more money in the last 3 years than we ever did in all our 8 years. On what basis are they crying or touting themselves with macroeconomic stability? It's not the first time. President Mills and now working as he has achieved more than that. So the numbers per se are not any extraordinary achievement.
Okay.
Let me wrap.
Yeah.
Again, on the economy, the 3 key promises before it's on page 5 of their manifesto. Omaka said they will reduce borrowing. They have not reduced borrowing, they have increased borrowing, both in nominal terms, both in debt to GDP ratio terms, and even debt servicing terms. Ningina are worse than 2016. They told us that they will reduce taxes. They have
15 taxes. Reduction and abolition of 15 taxes.
They have not removed 15 taxes. Again, I speak about sophistry all the time. They have removed VAT on 15 items. So that's what I can say. VAT is one tax, but it affects thousands of items. It's what say. Out of the thousands of items, may you if you pure water issue, and I may you if you phone issue, you have not removed 15 taxes. It is not a different tax. So what must say. But they have rather imposed new taxes. VAT to 5%. So the effect is that where you VAT if you 15 items or so, like real estate, air tickets, any about 15 of them. Yet the thousands of items now can what by 5%. And also what the increase is about for communication service tax by 50%. ESLA levy what by an average of 27%. Nyame ani ehon fofie no mampani mama anka senko beyi we ne free hwa luxury car tax free hwa anka we are still using luxury car tax. The promise to reduce taxes has actually been breached. There's another one Omaka said they will reduce corporate taxes from 25. They've not done it.
25 to 20.
They've not done it. Mahon said Dr. Bamia can be about special import levy. It's in their manifesto, said they will do it. And also, no, in fact, he's saying said they did it. What's a 2 component? There's a 1% and a 2%. 1%, no, am I just 15% of the revenue from that tax? 2%, am I 85%? They maintain the 2%. And no, it should have elapsed because there's a sunset clause. And if you are National Fiscal Stabilization Levy, they buy 2013, 5% of corporate profits.
Yes.
It should have expired in 2017. The friend saying December. They extended it. Because of the extension, it's a new tax. Instead of reducing taxes like they promised, they've actually introduced more taxes.
Baba, on the VAT on 15 items, no, I'm not too sure if the facts bear you out because OSHA, what were announced in the 2017 budget now. Yes, 5% VAT NHIL on real estate, that's true. 17.5% VAT NHIL on selected imported medicines not produced in Ghana, that's true. 17.5 VAT NHIL on domestic airline tickets, that's true. But the finance minister then also announced levies imposed on Kaye by local authorities to have been abolished. He announced...
I don't know that you too.
Tell me about what you announced. Felix,
go ahead.
Obo, import duty on specified vehicle spare parts.
I was coming to that. In fact, Mr. Before you go on, even though they claim they have reduced import duty, you and I know saying people pay more duty than they did under President Mahama.
But that cannot be true.
But that is the fact.
I mean, why you should bring
no.
After the last announcement of 50%.
Yes. And we spare parts for
yes. That was 2017.
But even then,
but the last town hall meeting from announcing 50%.
No, but
further.
even then,
yes.
It was not 50% on all taxes. It was 15% on a
certain
component of the calculation.
Yes.
That is saying once who import a car, they do the home delivery value.
Yeah.
Now depreciating. It is on that. But the other things now added up have not been reduced. So it's not the full duty.
But it affects the net effect.
I'm saying no, but the net effect has not made it lower than it was under the NDC. That's what I'm telling you, because the other components now have increased. Because VAT, your friend is saying exchange rate losses.
Yes.
So it means that you will pay more than you did.
Yes.
So other factors now have completely negated. So it is not cheaper today to import than it was under President Mahama. The other one is electricity.
But before electricity, excise duty on petroleum was also abolished.
Yeah, but petroleum is until
1% special import levy imposed on imported way abolished. The finance minister named other taxes and then VAT.
So it is not 15 taxes. In fact, the only exception is the special import levy, no?
Yes.
Any excise duty.
Yes.
And the first is how we calculation.
But it
is not a serious taxation. In fact, your parody at independence is another whole debate. But don't add it to a serious message. So the bulk majority of Saudi is VAT. And VAT is one tax, just that it affects different items. So it's like I said, there's too much sophistry. They only need no crunch Ghana for. In any event, they've added more taxes. I am amount for internet. Every item I Ghana. Now let me come to electricity. Electricity again, I don't know why the vice president will cite this COVID intervention, because you and I know say a temporary measure.
Yeah, but cited two or cited the first one and some or cited COVID.
The first one, we had this debate before. Yeah. The first one again, it did not have the effect of making electricity cheaper now than it was under President Mahama.
Asempa
FM. 2016, what's the electricity board didn't say rent? Now bet why. The expectation is simple. What bar? It will be cheaper because you reduce it by a certain margin. Let's say you better so by 10%. It is not number to 100 cedis and then to 90 cedis. But on mobile, amount phone to 90 cedis, they pay more because again the other factors, because VAT into Mono, it affected that exchange rate depreciation. Indeed, the last time PURC announced a tariff adjustment, they cited those. Both electricity and water. So it is not cheaper today than it was. The COVID intervention, no, you can't use it in any serious analysis because it's permanent. First of all, it's a forced measure. Every government would have done it. No, I'm saying that
Ghanaians.
I'm saying it is a forced measure. It is not government's policy to give free electricity and water in this country. Bibin a buy into a temporary mitigation measure. Into by a few years, we will not be having free water and free electricity. It expires in May. It is a definite thing.
Yes.
So, in terms of achievements, I don't think it should be counted. In any event, how has that? I hope you understand the point. I'm not saying that has not been done. Yeah. But if the vice president is listing achievements, I don't think it
in the context of cushioning Ghanaian.
But I'm saying that
cushioning
is not an organic government policy. And it is forced. And it's an airport closure. Yeah. Say it is not our policy to close our airport. Indeed, the airport was made on to be used. FM. But BBNT too. Aban say mo bi anko baby. I say na be ayare na be so ano meboa. And no the ohawa ba. So in order that people do not suffer, you have to do that. Yes, nipa ni be pie. So once no be kono, it cannot form part of any serious analysis about the performance of this government, because we are for governments have been forced to do. So it is not a serious achievement. The other point any about digitization.
Yeah.
I've already told you the biggest digitization was the Ghana project, which cost $97 million through World Bank Finance and only parliament, judiciary, libraries, all manner of things. Most of these things
were they done or intentions?
They were see, it started in 2014. My boss, Dr. Manibuama. In fact, Oko Airport, gates are actually part. And yet, a Ministry of Aviation and not Transport Ministry at the time. It is a Ministry of Communication because a front part. So what must say? In terms of again their significance to highlight that. This for me, Ghana Post GPS. What is this real
Asempa FM?
Vice President be taking home credit. Are these things so transformative? Say, Asesa Jabra Bonne, Yeshebre or Memua, Eso Mampenia be the chili between one.
Oh, you think it's not done that?
Look, it is okay. It is an okay policy. So I must say, a very normal. When you go to other countries, I said, many can say there are countries going to the moon near the day. These are very mundane things. It creates convenience for you. So I must say, but in terms of substantive system changing development,
formalizing your economy.
What is the level of
national ID?
What is the level of formalization of this economy as you speak? Many can say, even data on Nipa Many can say, call any ambassador in any country outside Ghana. They don't have data on how many Ghanaians are there. They don't
but
have
you
it.
share that blame because
Great.
you
so
you didn't complete the NIA
it's over
process.
That thing has not changed. That's the point I'm making. It's honestly, these achievements are ridiculous to say the least. Again, I dispute Sir claim about 350,000
jobs. No,
the vice president. I challenge him to put out here. Vice president on your primary source of information. He's a secondary source.
yes.
It is those who have done the
Ekosiisen
employment
On Asempa FM.
who should show us proof. I will demonstrate to you with two examples and say time now. And now he spoke about the number of nurses employed under him.
Yeah, 41,000.
He gave a primary source because it is a Ghana Health Service.
Yes.
And now a year employment, so they have it and they have the records. It's on their website. So you verified it already because you are sharp. A primary source that is not disputed. If it adds up to the fact, say Ghana Education Service, so under NDC 8 years, we employ 64,000 people because it's also there. Will be a friend EMIS data, MS. So it is there captured. So what I say, those are primary sources. When you say Parliament, Minister so finance Parliament, they've employed 50-something thousand nurses. It is not true. Nurses are my employer.
Health workers
in the budget, can say nurses. Even that Mikado said is not true. Nurses are my employer. They are not more than 12,000 since they came to power. In fact, the first batch of nurses, a year more financial clearance, and indeed in the employment of public sector workers, it is the most critical thing because you guarantee it's able to meet your
Asempa FM.
And nothing that nurses be they be more packet say yan form. Abai ni enya sa say assurance so bit meet you and say yan for woman. But the nurses on my employed party is under 14,000 in the last 3 years. It's honestly the figures the vice president are banding about me. I am challenging him. Say he must give us primary sources, verifiable. You can't just bandy about figures.
Okay, so what you are saying is that you need a breakdown of the 350,000.
Absolutely. And no one ever say planting for food and jobs. Agriculture minister, I see they've created over 500,000 jobs.
Yes.
So where does it feature in this? Who will be fertilizer? And it almost said subsidized fertilizer achievement. We were giving fertilizer for free.
No, it doesn't feature here because we not say 350,000 in the public sector
alone.
So and much more in the private sector.
Masa. Private sector I am found to because he doesn't even have records. I am saying, President Mama Kase while employ nipa say he shows you the primary source. And these are state agencies, so they have the figures. There's no dispute. Vice President, where is that 350,000 coming from? And I suspect, as he does always say, we're born in Slimon Walker. So I am throwing a direct challenge. He should break it down. Send me break it down. Teacher employment. Or if you like, I can give you even up to teachers I employ at KG level for you because there's a primary source for it. Now when the woman say, "I'm born Muslim," no ma cancel. The same way a minister to make parliament say they've employed 50,000 health workers or nurses. It is not true. They've not employed a number of nurses or health workers. Because the figures
when you've not provided
any because
to dispute on any figure.
Yes. Because first he hasn't provided a breakdown.
And so wait for him to provide it.
That indeed means
you can call for him to provide, but you cannot say
because he has a track record for doing that. Stand or board the same say we have borrowed 37 billion when we have not done so. That 37 billion was bigger than our entire public debt at the time. Okay. The same way, Obekachire and say if the fundamentals of the economy are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. So time not sitting now on the other form. Sitting now on the no call form and or no one. Or see the fundamentals are still strong. So really, I am saying simple. He should bring us a breakdown. As I say, knowing what I know about him and the way his governments behave with information and how they mislead people, they should give us a breakdown complete with primary sources before you can accept it. Again,
finally,
the American say these claims about achievements have not significantly altered our life and the destiny of this country.
That is you. You've not spoken to that Ghanaian worker. The Ghanaian worker no face says 37 achievements. And your impact
the same government that can claim that they've employed this number of people when it can be proven saying
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
But really, on my team, COVID we could not sustain a welfare intervention for more than 3 weeks. And I'm telling you,
the lockdown was lifted after 3 weeks. And you're different from we could not sustain.
I'm telling you, and you know, that's what I'm making. Said the only reason informing that lifting was
the science.
What science?
The health.
I'm a scientist by training. I hope you know that.
Yes.
There's no science that tells me say if infection rates are just above 100, close the system, lock it down. But if it goes beyond 1,000, lift it.
You are not an epidemiologist.
Master, what epidemiologist? Look,
you are not privy to the data they are privy to.
What data? What even stops them from sharing that data? What they are saying is that at 1:30 something, they told us that the virus moves when you move. At 1,034, that was a timer or left a ban, a lockdown.
Yeah.
At 1,034, suddenly when you move, the virus doesn't move. Since one year, the infection rates have doubled, the death rates have doubled. It was not science that informed it. I do not
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
Because the economic conditions are real. Of course, Mimi Nyanya and President Mama has expressed that position. So it was better for us to have a handle on this thing and Saya left it. But there was intense pressure based on economic difficulties. The same government they claim said the economy is so good, they've done so well for this country, could not sustain a 3-week intervention. Many can say, they are receiving checks from their governments.
We've not gotten
good.
I mean, that's
Good. Their economy is solid on a good footing.
No, but in our own context and on our standard,
Masa,
government
Togo, they were able to guarantee rent payments for their citizens.
Yes. You're comparing the economy of Togo to that of Ghana.
So if the economy of Togo is so small and so bad, and they're able to guarantee
how
that
many people in Togo? How many people in Togo are connected to their national grid?
Masa,
to even start an argument.
So Togo's revenue is very small, and yet they're able to provide for their people in this time. Adequate sikano, and we are touting ourselves. Say your economy is robust. The point I'm making is the vice president and the president, they like singing slogans. Those slogans have been shattered by the experience of COVID. What it has exposed.
COVID has shattered every economy around the world.
Sekanya, Abuako was a yes. I'm at the 2 years.
Yes.
See, they can Abuako
and that's why you cannot compare Togo to Ghana.
But you see, Togo is a smaller country. They have done something we are not able to do because Togo's revenue is commensurate to their population. Now, ADAC Italy, near America, they say, see how we will collapse within this. Our system will collapse. 3 weeks, we will
collapse under every other government.
Absolutely, yes.
In our history.
Good. About way a to no ususu. It means that we have not really done anything. Say no man pedi mama interventions. Yeah, better discuss. Where would we be? You are talking about electricity. You are talking about water. Since you know, about we buy, their only contribution to electricity access is 1%. 1%. As for water, there's about 3%. Meanwhile, he's had more resources than all previous governments had. Into these touting of achievements simply do not jive with the reality. Into that, they simply mislead people. These claims about say which we are contractors. Every day don't you hear contractors crying says has something contract every
but
day.
There's always a backlog. And you clear the backlog and you have people
again,
still
NHIS
on Asempa FM.
NHIS, and indeed they did not meet a debt of 1.2 billion at NHIS. It was less than that because we had left 400 million for them to pay. That had not been disbursed. In any event, NHIS is catered for by taxes. A policy of capping and realignment. And NHIS name yes again to yes adiano. Meno can say there are some institutions that they say they are old 14 months, ABC 8 months, and they are arrears. Say yeah, now what clear arrears may be anywhere. Then you can say you have revived NHIS. Meno can say finance minister health minister after cabinet member like I said the thing is not sustainable financially and that they need to do something about it. So on what basis are they claiming that they've saved it? How have you saved the NHIS? What the amount for 8 months? What's it you've saved it? Saved it from what? What by now arrears just around the same number of months. And yet to see a collapse. You have the same level of arrears, yet to say you've revived it. What kind of sophistry is this? I don't know among kind of French Ghana force. I'm gonna say banking sector cleanup. 14 billion. Yet you are issuing bonds to people. Sika the money panic krebi. And now what the bonds account. Where is the 14 billion now? So there's no sector of this economy.
Asempa FM.
Their tangible outputs even matches up to the government they replaced. And yet they be You can't sustain your own citizens for 3 weeks. Yet to see your economy is solid and robust. You have had to run to the IMF for a rapid credit facility for balance of payment. And yet,
but that is where they will tell you, say, so who blame you almost to mean sustain the economy for 3 weeks with a reserve of 4 months. More than reserve under 1 month. Send the 1 day.
Yeah, 1 month. We went for 900 million over 3 years.
No, that's a different argument.
No.
It's a different argument.
A very genuine argument. You see, almost every IMF program, many they got a lot of waivers. Crapans IMF. Almost ended a standard credit facility. So that must be placed on record. They got a lot of waivers. Say, we know you didn't meet it, but you go so. That is a fact that must be stated. And another than China, they told us that they were not going to the IMF again. But if you have run to the IMF, it means that your finances...
They've not gone into an IMF program. That extension is clear.
What is an IMF program? It means that you have... the IMF program, the biggest thing, a balance of payment support. So what must say?
But it comes with conditions. Yes. We know any condition.
But that is what you tell you.
On Asempa
then it means that your case is so bad. Say, almost sure, if they impose conditions, you are basically going to collapse. You understand the point I'm making? When we went for the extended credit facility, our country did not collapse, did it?
But there were conditions that helped people. We were not able to employ in some sectors of our economy.
But I have disproved that claim. Disproved that claim to anytime a boss and figures. Almost say we had imposed a net freeze. Net freeze was imposed by the Kufuor government under Kojo Banredu. But health and education, any security, we were employing. We employed more teachers than the previous government. And I am certain, and when you look at the EMIS data, they have not employed more than 5,000 teachers since they came to power.
We would have to verify that.
I can share the EMIS data with you.
No
Just
problem.
look at 2008, 2009, 2012, 2013, 2016, 2017. Now share the latest, which is 2018, 2019, and see what I'm telling you. Nurses there, they have employed less than 14,000 of them. Yet, say they have done it. So it is not true that we did not employ nurses and teachers and it is not true. The figures and EMI is a Ministry of Education for it is an accurate reflection of the situation because it is actually donor funding. We cannot go and concoct figures. So MPP claims, anytime our best subject to strict scrutiny, we find that it collapses. And then I may shame on crying. Those in the media, you see, you have to keep the gate for the people of Ghana. So what must say? And someone making sure say we politicians, any public officials, and two food from Ghana for any say things that are not true. The vice president, the president, the minister of finance will never be able to say I'm going to employ 50,000 nurses or health workers when it's not true. When the facts don't support it. Again, Ombeka say they have made savings of 5 billion from stopping source or Sanamibwa. Which is not true. Till date, they've never been able to bring you the breakdown because the same way may challenge you vice president for the breakdown in so-called employment.
The public sector.
He will never bring it because only, and if he bring, he must show us the source, primary source, where he got it from. Intibosre Mukano, any misleading claims not does. That is why President Mahama is offering vastly superior leadership based on pragmatism. The ebe to me aye, but ebe to me as a say shebre so mine. And that's why he is saying, look, me know what I say. What I said in the last Facebook Live in December, it was on 23rd December, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, I say HR gap analysis, which means based on international benchmarks.
Ekosiisen On Asempa
There's a certain gap in the public sector which must be filled so that we will get optimal service. As a Chinese said, for instance, UN say you need a police to population ratio of 1 policeman to 500 people. See, and you are around 700 and something. In the answer now, you be do a see employ any pack. We've done that analysis, so we know exactly how many people must be employed in the public sector, and very soon we will put it out. And right there, Mama can say we need 86,000 more health professionals to give our people optimal because we'll see hospitals new year. People must work in there. And one thing crap and now we'll see hospitals so that we can employ more people. But that is evidence-based. It is based on serious data that has been crunched, based on accurate figures. It's on my penny mama say he is guaranteeing, say he will engage in that kind of activity. He will ensure the employment of these people. And he gave the employment figures in health to demonstrate so why he be that. Despite Sebi, I show some amount for differ and say he was not employing nurses. He shows that he has done it. He employed about half of that number all coming. So he will do it so that we have a robust health system. And the same in security, education. When we put out the figures, you will see what I'm talking about. So, it must be methodic. Sebi, yade enshisepa to him. But ma bemu and shout slogans. Do things. Look at this.
Ekosiisen On Asempa
The creation of some ministries I said here. How do you create an aviation ministry out of a transport ministry? No creating railway ministry. When a previous government did far more than you are doing now with just one ministry with 2 women in charge. How do you create a ministry of procurement? Well, ministry of public procurement. Public Procurement Authority. What's the minister cries? I say a finance minister actually, and rightly so. Finance minister and the share Public Procurement Authority. So yet we've created a public procurement authority. And now who says apparently we have 3 deputy agric ministers, and then a minister of state at the presidency in charge of agric, and then the minister of agric. So one sector we have 5 ministers. Why? Well, it's honestly. I remember Omampeni Akufo-Addo Bunedi enya ade eso ani. And this COVID has tested our system and found him wanting. That's why odi ahon prepare.
But say he's gotten international applause across the board.
Me. I was sitting in the UN General Assembly hall when President Mahama delivered his Ebola speech in 2014. There's no international media outlet. They did not play it out.
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
Everywhere, Sky, everywhere. He became the poster boy for the global fight against Ebola. It is nothing new. In terms of substance, no. So what person will test it on Mampenini impact? It should be what the people have experienced, what progress the country has made. Now this crave for attention and international mention, even that those things they can even be arranged. Winning. I'm telling you today, said those things can be arranged. They are brokers who can get you positive reviews.
You did some for Mahama?
Oh, we didn't engage in that kind of thing. But I'm telling as I'm making there are PR experts who can broker some of those things. In that Ghana, you see, we've gotten to a juncture. Or how I have film under COVID issue jolt us into reality. Say you might need that. Say slogan near you de twin chain. Say you got to a bar, mommy and share obia. Ebia, the promises he's making may not sound elegant and too populist, but Sebi Aba woman be ma impuntu aba. Now yenya said debia this slogan say chi one day straight one factory. Meanwhile, there's nothing of substance in this.
Fellas, what we'll do is share a campaign as so maybe when we get there, we'll talk again. Now, share the chances of your flag bearer, John Mahama, and whether you think Nensama or Kano carry some
On Asempa FM
believability among the Ghanaian people.
Just one thing before I go on the issue of hospitals. On my pedi, my mom can't say regional hospitals.
Yes,
and can't district hospitals in that. Or can know what they say will be Akasetia. Compare it to the reaction to the president's promises. Again, Oviwe Kashire will say, I will build 88 district hospitals in 1 year when he has no planner. Only about what some say why he be poor in the last 4 years, despite all the money he's gotten now. Now the need to be a why he be down. Not because say, look, Messi hospitals name, but I will give the hospital according to the needs of the people based on this. Who is more believable? So those debates will be had. Your platforms will be available for it.
No problem.
We'll do that.
Very necessary. We wish you well. And the Felix Kwachio Fosu and the attending kind of former Deputy Communications Minister of the Republic of Ghana. And Motesi Aneno ADM Komo, the constituency so AAK said the Ono Akano in Tiabra Sebu.
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
So my promises are wrong, and I'll try and stay with that. We say, Obi kindly ask fellas, why for 8 years his government could not complete a single project under the Eurojet hospitals? I don't think it takes 8 years to build one hospital. What accounted for the 8-year delay? Is it because it was started by Kufuor? Yet in between, they started and finished other hospitals. Wherein lies the clamor for the completion of abandoned project when they couldn't complete one in 8 years? Obi, I want to find out if Ghana's airports and borders were closed during the Ebola crisis a few years ago. No. And Obi, a 2013 Hyundai Elantra which was cleared for around 15,000 Ghana cedis, is now being cleared for 11,000 Ghana cedis. So what is Felix on about? How does Felix explain this reduction? Ghanaians are wide awake. Cyril Edieni Farouk in Tema says, Ex-President Mahama, we've heard you, but unfortunately the presidency is not a WAEC research center for you to come rewrite your field papers. Kindly spare us the rhetorics. President Akufo-Addo is a listening president and is delivering to us competent leadership that you should support and accept your fate. That you had your chance, but you chose to do Yentiobia. Blessed May Day to all. Regards to Tema MCE Nila and James Atiapa.
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
Obi, why will the NDC even compare Ebola to COVID-19? The only way we could have prevented COVID-19 from entering Ghana was to close our borders soon as the disease was announced in China. Was Ghana going to be able to afford that long border closure? If Ebola was airborne like COVID-19, Ghana was going to register about 10,000 cases, considering how poor their governance structure was at the time. Were they going to impose a 3-week lockdown like this government did? Where were they going to get the funding to feed the people for that 3-week period? Ghana will be a better place without the NDC. We should help them stay in opposition for at least 30 years. George Ni Okaite. When COVID-19 got to Burkina Faso, Nanado was sleeping. It got to Cote d'Ivoire, he did nothing. It got to Togo, he still did nothing because he was only waiting to copy what others would do before he act. JM is a man of vision. Musa Ewonima. Where he said, Obi, it is highly ludicrous for anyone to compare Ebola to COVID-19, which is a global novel pandemic. Can Honorable Kwachio Fosu walk us through the actual program laid down by GM in preventing Ebola from entering our shores? During the Ebola crisis, Ghana didn't close its borders, yet we didn't record a case. And this should tell us that the spread was not that serious. Kwesi Reynolds, Wagona or Dobin. Obi. Cholera was first reported in Ghana in 1970. Since 1990 and up to 2010, the overall yearly trend showed a decrease over time in size. This is a fact, and granted that the cases increased a few years after due to our human behavior. But how does anyone compare that to COVID-19 or the fall army worm invasion, whose containment we had no clue about? Koku Mawuli Nanegbe. And anyway, Abba. Let me see if I can pick some few calls. Now, I share at 0302 216545 and 0302 216546. MPP thinks everything they do can't be constructively criticized, but they have unbridled right to do same. Just look at the achievements Baumia listed. Funny, Lucas in Koforidua and anyway Abba.
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
As you continue to stay home and take control of your finances, beware of online fraudsters, a man for online, who may capitalize on COVID-19 challenges to send out phishing and malicious communications to gain access to sensitive information. And the Ecobank will not under any circumstance request your account number. In the Ecobank, and you have send you a message or your account number or online banking password or PIN and as our card details. That be obi ebusa osa so your Ecobank customer no be busa osa who say fake. Kindly take note of such emails or links and do not respond to any such communication that requests for your personal and confidential information. And to protect yourself, do not open emails or click on suspicious links from sources you are not familiar with. Ignore them or delete them. Only use secure websites for sensitive transactions. Ensure you receive email alerts for every transaction you perform. Check your bank statement regularly using EcoBank Online or EcoBank mobile app. Set your computer or mobile device to lock automatically after a period of inactivity. And notify us immediately on toll-free 3225 anytime, any day, if you have responded to any such emails.
Ekosiisen On
Ecobank
Asempa
ATMs
FM.
now available, our payment platforms are available, other digital channels will continue to be available for you to ensure safe, convenient, and uninterrupted banking. And so, Ecobank is the Pan-African bank. Ecobank omo ye brutal men Canada. Ufie no tiles now pesa woto no called Saint Gobain, Ghana. There was Spintex Square number 80 Spintex Road, Accra, near the Ghana Cylinder Traffic Light, opposite Lifestyle Gallery. Ehona wasa woko. Na one Saint Gobain couldn't come. Weber call no tile cement papa. What the two tiles are the whole world. Fre 0540 123 533. First caller, good evening.
Obi.
Yes, me bacho hwani.
Idin di abrewa me kasa firi bubu ase.
Abrewa me yentie we.
Obi anyumre ba bia yewura same okuo bia no me de ntia emu oden e de ma no. Yewura Jombo Dunana bi e na me maami Kate Abna Jamfu a me tia o mo pa. Obi ba bia Ghana mampani obi Nyankopon o nsira no. Obi me pa cha o. Ghana mampani betra so no edibo so me se ansa na odi free education ne ba. Obi udi oya de ebo am kakre.
Odeba September.
na just abosu me ngo keme boa
on Asempa FM.
me da se enti de wari kwoto akipe no oso obere kwara adenti ne agina tinye sa free education ya ye kan o mampani da mahama ne filosofo kwa atia na me ne wa awudom ya ne nyina atu burudu o mu ye advert maako 43 e di cassette ya free education na nya possible enso na me no kase obi obedi adanse se ye ne ahiafo a ye ni die no ye enjoy eti se na do say adu bre mo di say na so beti esi hospital e dia ma ba bia hospital ni a ndc for the Thomas ye nim so mo nyini ye mo a ye wogidi ona na adu mu ato ba ma na de ye wogidi se Ghana mampani obetini aye na obi mi komani mo no o mampani da mahama ni Facebook rutu so obo no homoden na me pa chawo ye ka se ye government official wana na amanfo ka se eye onu en kwante adenti no ma me Facebook live enyi ni ho ano
enyi no ano ma me na ase na ye mfa nipa foforo wa homa ne so Ekosiisen na high Asempa FM. Good evening.
Good evening, Obi.
Me ba cho hwan ni?
Me ba cho Odro ni go mode rampon.
Odro yetio.
Yankopon ni shiro. Obi. Ebola. Osanwa ni wu. Nsebo wu. Anamu ba. The same thing in the COVID-19. That's what can we do.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
No what can some there. In the Ebola ni different. Yeah, man, say. Yali be you walk on you. Yali
different because of how our fasu enyebi. We are spread it every country in the world almost enyebi and to say Ebola. I think that's where the difference is.
Open Ebola by until I watch what the fire from you and your people know what the fire. Is it not the same as COVID-19? Oh yeah, yellow but fine. It is I'm tama obeja. Open in some year kind there. Obi begin obakana na NDC for what upon hospital. It's not a matter of onto so. Papa Naka begin a hockey to Ghana for that. A buy a common, a son of one more whom was your heart into now for them to review or daba. Well, or Mampina to do up in your chaba, Salva, Chame, a year they would report simple, this should be defense war. My wife is far in Kabank, but whom was in our travel craft into me to Arnold. It be illegal medical hospital. It be Kumewu, be Tapa. Be Formana, be Konongo, be Kowu, be Abetisi, be Salaga, be Kaswa, who come from where the rapper Obi. You bought at my menu, bon, where you hospital no, I don't leave there, but the Apaso, of a baby stock, and no education, who are going to go at the rapper, Momatic Hospital. Judgment with the what's a ghost project, man, alcohol, was someone Baba and Sana.
Mamela say, na yem funny pafo from our home, and Ekosiisen. Good evening.
Hello.
Me ba cho hwan na menya ni?
Chairman Obi1.
Yes.
Me ba cho mini pachi.
Mami
Asomo taifa.
Mami ntio.
Me da se bra. Mami pancha we ma eli klima kulugu. Me ma me kupo nshama nso ni miti mesa abeta kulugu. Na John Drama ni mama. Ye boss akasa Felix Fosukwachi nyakupo nshirana. Woni ya na MPP you call it so. Omo bisa sembia. Me tio chida na ma e basa se so me ahe na to ba ma or the free education by obi uti wo betumi de wano to we ankra ho nyina so se o mane wo mo enne so no se wankasa wo to pa awo san kra dodo na o de wano to wo so se o mane wo mo na difference na wu mu ne so we no free SHS no bi e wa bra na wo buru patakora na so bi free SHS the case no o ko to foundation che Obraboy bono kakukwenchiwa nkona manane kawada na
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
no problem who so feli obi a wo ba ben no so be free SHF o predecessor we sisi sukuu adaya onwie nka at least some campus o ye free education effectively nka o wie na adaya school adaya no onwie no na ko bi hu sa ampa o call mandate free teachers onye ene the hospitals are we see various stages of completion. What Chahwa just see 88 new one who got a foundation from the scratch. Which and that done rhetoric just a campaign messenger. They said the dada who is all and maybe no
say na me fani pafo from good evening. Hello, good evening.
Me Ramajoy.
Me jo so me ba cho hwan
Me did resistance ya me Africa so old barrier ice block ura.
Ma me ntie we.
Yo Mira the kind my more about them to afidi so den pa na interviews na ya na we no obo homodin na me nhira wate na ya no achi akaba me friend say o man hene so ama me
o man hene je so
papa yare no yesre o mo de ya amanyosem na o munya ni wura sisi am no ka say ye mate feel eno na o si adwen ho na me de tembia ameka
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
Kwempa isa de Ghana mampani na nado ayama minti. Nesa to edi amano. Edi entra obi ya to aba. Papa iba ye me memienu. Ba akoko Accra Academy. Ba akoko Odogo no secondary school. Ni sa papa wo ma koto aba ma hwan. Yesre. Ghana fo mo ma ye nyina ye nkamu. Obi obeje di se America fo enwansi a ewiase nyina nya code. Enti yare aba America for do mo nsagu omuti a wo musuma amano kene Ghana de ozanti da fo mu mu ne ho enso hwe hye ya empanimfo adi tudwa a wo hwe se na nado obedira TV so okasa enti Ghana fo kwaya wonye mmobo a mo mfa mpaibo enta papa yachi na papa ntimi nya adwumaden e ma yare yetimi ntiase yesi na mpie basa obehwe na we na ma yesi